Welcome back to Double Sleeved MTG. I'm Seth.
I'm Guy,
And I'm Ryder.
not Guy,
not not
not
Ryder.
not Ryder.
Listen, guys,
That
I
happens a lot.
Hey, it happened today.
we're different
So
people now. Don't get us confused no more.
the easiest way to tell us apart, yes, we all wear glasses, but I can't grow a fucking beard.
Guy, do you want to tell everyone about our sponsors for this video?
I pass priority to the Game Nights Pool Priority tournament that is going on July 12th in Columbia, Tennessee. It is a $50 entry, $50 to go out there and win a judge promo Gaius Cradle. I think y'all said those are up to like 3-4 grand, something like that now, which
Something
is
like that.
absolutely
So that's a pretty
ridiculous.
penny, or you could just want to bling a deck out. So
Right, like me, but I'm not about to fork over that kind of money. I make poor financial decisions, but not that poor, other than buying Final Fantasy gift bundles. But if you don't win, you could also get second, third, or fourth and get a volcanic island. So absolutely great prizing out there. It is part of the Lango Summer Series. So go
and it
check
is a
that
gold
out.
event.
It is a gold event as well. Not quite sure if they have a player cap, but go check that out in Columbia, Tennessee on July 12th. There's also coming up in Pittsburgh in August 16th through the 18th. There's the Steel City 20K Spectacular, where our crew will be out there as well as a bunch of other content creators be out there as featured guests. We have a table on Friday to come out and do some meet and greets with us, as well as just get to play some games hopefully on Friday and relax a little bit. There are tons of other formats events going on out there, and the $20,000 main event that is the largest cEDH prize pool to date.
That's amazing.
Excuse me. It is running alongside the Top Deck Invitational as well. So not only will you get the people out there in the 20K, you'll be seeing some of the highest ranked players on the cEDH leaderboard battling out in that Top Deck Invitational.
So on top of like you were saying that we're all going to be in Pittsburgh,
Yep.
I believe that's going to be the first time all four of us are going to be under
Yeah.
the same roof.
Yep. So we,
Yep.
you get Seth, Ryder, myself, and Taylor. We're all going to be together for the first time out there. So super excited about that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Ads are plastered all over all of our social medias for it. So we're looking forward to see
We're
everyone out
trying.
there. We already got, plane tickets, Airbnbs booked and everything. So it's going to be great.
Well, Ryder and I are driving
Yeah,
because
we're
we
going.
like road trips.
Y'all
I
can have
love
fun with that. I
I love
drove
road
10
trips.
hours to Tennessee and I'm not doing it again.
I thought
I stay,
it wasn't that bad.
well, the drive back wasn't that bad because I slept for half of it because I stayed up drinking until 4 a.m.
Yes, you did.
Oh. Well, anyway, there's a couple topics that we want to talk about uh, in this episode or this podcast. We want to talk about kind of the Final Fantasy cards that have been showing up in tournaments as of this past week, and what kind of impact and how many showed up in top 16s, things like that, and did any of them win any tournaments? Um, Also, what kind of cards that we're trying out in our personal decks, and what's been our kind of experience with those cards. Also, we're going to talk about any cards that we're brewing around or any things that you may see on the channel. You may not see us play at a tournament, but you might see us every once in a while show up in a gameplay. And also the Secret Lair Sonic cards that we want to talk about. I know Guy is just so excited about more product and more uh, things that are not magic, and
Give us a
especially a card that has split second for
I don't
everything.
care that it's not magic. Just give us a break. We literally got
No.
Final Fantasy, then 4 days later, we got freaking Edge of Eternity's previews.
Oh,
Yep.
I know it's insane. I feel like it's all over the place right now, and they're last like what 5 years they've been jamming product down our throats, and I'm
Oh
just
yeah.
like
It's Hasbro,
gagging, you
man.
know?
Hasbro, got to get it, man.
I think they said something at last MagicCon or either MagicCon Chicago that there's talk of slowing down product releases in the next 2 years. I don't know for certain.
But WotC also makes a set every. It takes them 3 years to make a set, so this has probably been sets. I mean, remember when they announced the Final Fantasy crossover? That was like back in 2023. Let's touch on some of the cards that we've seen from the Fantasy set show up in the recent tournaments and show up in top 16s. The cards that I've seen a majority of have been, of course, Vivi. Vivi's been in as the face commander and shown up as the um in the 99.
You mean, is it Nadu?
Is it Nadu?
No,
Yes.
I can't
Is it
even.
Is
Nadu?
it
No, I can't
Nadu?
Absolutely.
Get it? Is
it
it
is
Nadu?
Well, hey, they had the Nadu contingency in standard. They banned 7 cards. They nuked the decks. So, I
Yeah,
mean, I
I
don't
was
know
gonna go
enough about
play this. I was gonna play standard at the store championship this coming up Saturday, but I have nothing to play. Like my
Oh, is
mono
this
red deck got
Saturday?
Yeah, it was
yeah.
this Saturday.
I was gonna
Oh,
go play in it, and I was like,
no.
I want that City of Brass, like let me get it. And I was like, yeah, I have no idea what to play. I'm not doing it now.
I'm a little disappointed the City of Brass is not that City of Brass is not textless like all the rest of them have been.
It still could be like $400 or $500.
No, it's 7. People are selling them for like 700 right now.
Yeah, pre-selling.
So
It's like, I
crazy.
don't think it's gonna stay around that. Maybe three.
Back to the new cards in Final Fantasy. Of course, Terra.
I've seen Terra place in some place consistently in top 16s, a couple top fours. We've had some good showings with it on the
Terra's
channel,
taken
as well
down
as
2
some
tournaments,
nice, as well as
two
a couple
64
more
person tournaments.
to come. But I've also seen it be played pretty terribly.
I hate you guys.
But I'll see myself out. Starting town is a land town. This town enters tapped unless it's your first, second, or third turn of the game. It taps for a colorless, or you can tap it, pay 1 life, add 1 mana of any color. But yeah, so starting town's been pretty good in quite a few decks. I'd say your 4+ color decks, maybe a 3 color deck here or there. I've got it in Sisay. It's been pretty good there.
Well, I mean, where that card kind of fits in is like if you can run something like a Spire of Industry, kind
Yep.
of fit. It's kind of like a Spire of Industry, like a cross between a Spire of Industry and a Gemstone Cavern. You want to see it early, and it can tap for anything early. It just can't do that or come down untapped later in the game. But anyway, another card, some other cards that we're seeing. We've seen Taru, which is a card that I completely was kind of not really looking at in Blue Farm, but turns out it's maybe kind of
What is
good
what is
because
Taru?
Taru is a 2-drop 0/3 that says when it enters the battlefield, you and another target player each draw a card. And then it has a static ability. Whenever an opponent draws a card and it's not their turn, you make a tap treasure trigger only once per turn.
Just gotta throw a correction in there. It is target opponent may draw a
May
card.
Oh,
draw
the
a card,
target
right?
opponent
Yeah.
may.
So you
Sorry.
can't like force kill somebody with a flash speed Taru in response to a Thoracle.
That
Right.
would be great.
That'd be kind of cool.
But
I ain't
any,
gonna lie.
but anyway, of course, when you're thinking about Blue Farm, you're thinking, okay, the creature doesn't have any attack power, and the treasure comes in tapped. Um, I want something to swing with my Timna so I can draw cards off it. No, it's not going to do that. But it is shown. There's one tournament here. I think it's the. I saw one tournament where it had shown up in 8 of the top 4 decks or
Was
top
that that
16
tournament
decks.
that had 8 blue farms in the top 16?
No,
Because that was a bit ridiculous.
That's insane.
let's see. Let me find that tournament real quick.
Of note, Tartaro is also thick. It's a 0/3, and
It
it's
is.
a legendary for Sisay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
I was, I was thinking that card wasn't very good when I first saw it. Everyone was hyping it, but the fact that it made tap treasures kind of threw me off a little bit once per turn. But I see people playing against it and they're like, hey, I'm not going to draw from my Ristic study because they don't know how to play against it either. They're thinking it's every time. So I'm like, it's a trap card. I'm going to put on the field. If you don't want to draw for your heuristic, go ahead. Don't do it.
yeah, this tournament, this was the Commander Showdown 31. It was a 64-person tournament on June 28th. They're just in the top 8. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue farms, and then a Sisay and a Wheeliod. So a Heliod, the blue and white Heliod.
The good Heliod.
The good one, yes. Um, Interesting that Tarataro showed up in all 4 of the top 4 decks. So the Sisay on all 3 blue farms.
Whether or not it actually made a difference, who knows? I've gone entire tournaments without seeing Ristic study.
Yeah.
So what?
So
But from the experience I have had by playing Tartaro, it's been pretty decent.
Yeah. I'm currently running in my blue farm as well as I'm trying VV out. I'm also trying the of course starting town in my blue farm. Um, but again, there's other cards that are showing up as well, such as uh, the Grixis Kefka.
Kefka, yeah,
Um,
Kefka's nuts.
right,
Yeah.
Ryder, do you have that card? I can't find that one at
Yeah,
the.
I don't. So it's a I don't remember the power and toughness. I think it's a 4-2 or 2-4. I can't remember. But it's a Grixis and one. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, each opponent discards a card, and you draw a card for each um different card type that was discarded this way.
Yeah, it's Kefka Court Mage is the one, and it flips into this monstrosity on the back. But um, yeah, it's shown up as a just a Grixis value commander that's popped up a couple times. We haven't seen like there's no tournaments that have happened yet, and maybe VV hasn't just been figured out. Um, but VV hadn't shown up, hadn't taken down any tournaments.
I see them
Um,
doing well, but not like winning, like like first place. But I see it in the top like eight in a few events. I see a Golbez actually
yeah, that
win.
one showed up in the
It was fifth place at the Lango Summer Series Bolt the Bird,
yep, at the Bolt the Bird, there was one of those.
and that's a really
Um,
cool card.
yeah, and that's the card that it's similar to DRC, isn't it? Isn't that what I'm thinking?
Whenever an artifact you control enters, you surveil one. Beginning of your end step, if you control four more artifacts, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Then, if you control eight or more artifacts, each opponent loses life equal to that card's power.
Yeah. So I mean, that's another card that I think is worth. I mean, maybe it's just that one brew that just got lucky, got through it, and just was going hot that one day. Or it could just be a testament to the pilots that the pilot just knew exactly what they're doing and nobody else really knew what they were playing. But again, and then there's also Terra. Terra has shown up, is probably the only Final Fantasy commander that I've seen actually take down a tournament. And I've seen it go from food chain combos to just simply Essica with Terra at the top.
Mhm.
But turns out Terra fills up a breach graveyard really, really well.
It does do that well, but then again, it's also like you said, it's got the Esca thing. It If you're playing five colors, it does not matter what's in your command zone.
No,
I could take Progenitus to a tournament and probably top with it if I just play a Terra list or an Esca
yeah,
list.
Basically,
just call Q and get his list. Shout out to
basically,
to Full Send MTG.
yes.
But anyway, that I mean that's kind of been the tell of the take as far as what we're seeing with some of these Final Fantasy cards. Uh
So that's not it. I was just letting you go through your end of it.
oh yeah, go
Being that
ahead.
this is a set full of legends, just say you got a lot of new tools to try out.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I forgot about the Sisse man over here.
you forgot about the set that has like 60 legendaries in it,
Right.
Yeah.
as well as probably one of the best counter spells we've gotten since MH3.
Yeah.
Luis's Sacrifice. I refuse to pronounce the rest of that word because I just can't. Got to thank Alabama Education for that. But this is a 1 mana instant. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a legendary creature, or you may pay two generic. So it could cost two and a one, or just one, sack a legend. Uh, Counter target activated ability, triggered ability, or non-creature spell. So probably in a deck full of like 17 legends or whatever, great in there, legendary creatures,
Sisse.
or all of your Rog Thrast, Rog X, Thrast X decks, you're likely going to have access to a cheap legend that you might not mind sacrificing. Rog
Yep.
especially, uh, especially in Rog side, like the card is just phenomenal. I've had it come up so many times, and it just absolutely hoses people.
I think my favorite part about that card is, everyone when they're trying to fight over Thassa Decon or Thassa Tentative Pact, they're trying to let the ability go on the stack and then counter the Tainted Pact or the Decon, and then you get let that fight through. and then you can
Or
counter the ability of Thassa's Oracle as well. That's what's
or
cool about it.
well, or better yet, if you're on the Thassa's Oracle on the reverse of this, and somebody's got a Cephalic Coliseum, you sacrifice your Timna or you sacrifice your Rograk or whatever. Uh, I'm gonna stop the Cephalic Coliseum from making me draw 3 cards.
But yeah, so that was definitely probably one of the best counter spells we've gotten since
The
MH3.
card is nuts.
Other than that, there's a couple legendary creatures that I'm trying out. We got the legendary Birds of Paradise. We have the good boy himself, Torgal, a Fine Hound. That's literally the name of the card.
It's
It's one
another
in a
cop.
green for a 2/2. Whenever you cast your first human creature spell, since it's human, of each turn, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter uh, on it for each dog and or wolf you control. You can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. So if you play this on turn 2 or whatever, turn 1, play Sisay the following turn, it then gives Sisay +2/+2 between the counter and it being a green pip itself. Just, as well as it's a legendary Birds of Paradise. So that's pretty hot. Those are the only 2 creatures, that and Taro that I have in from Final Fantasy in my Sisay list right now, but there are some others I'm interested in trying. If you want to go more on the Chatterstorm, not Chatterstorm, Clam Chowder version, the wrong version of Sisay,
The wrong
um,
version.
there is Garland, Knight of Cornelia. It is a Rakdos 3/2 Dragon Raid Channeler, pretty much.
Oh,
That is the only relevant line of text on that card. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, surveil 1, ignore the rest of the card. It's a legendary Rakdos 3/2. That is a Dragon Raid Channeler. Um, Other than
oh,
that,
that might have been the card I was thinking about earlier.
there's Go-Go, Master of Mimicry. It has XX and tap, copy target activated or triggered ability you control X times, and you may choose new targets for the copy. So if you have 7 mana, let's say, you throw, your Sisay activation on the stack, and then pay 2 more into it, you get 2 Sisay activations for 7 mana instead of 10. So that's something we're trying out, as well as I have seen lines with that in Rogthras that people have been working with it with Gaia's Cradle. Uh, I forget the exact math on there, but with like Gaia's Cradle, flicker abilities, untap stuff, you essentially just double the ability. Oh, sorry. A blue source, Manamo, Gaia's Cradle, and Go-Go. And I forget the exact number of Cradle mana you need, but you can tap Cradle for X amount of mana, pay 4 into Go-Go, and float a blue off your blue land. You then tap Manamo to untap Cradle, use Go-Go to target it, paying 4, so you get 2 abilities of it. You then untap Manamo and Cradle.
Okay.
So you
Well,
can generate infinite mana that way. It's very convoluted, but
Yeah.
it is a thing.
I mean, when
That's
is
what Rogthras loves.
Rogthras not convoluted?
You're not wrong, but that's about the only thing you can really do for it in that deck, unless you just really want to double a Cloud of Fairies, which is always good, but it's a lot of mana investment just to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, probably the lower on the totem pole of stuff is Sarah Farron. It is 1 and Selesnya for a 2/2 legendary human citizen. The first legendary creature spell you cast each turn costs 2 generic less to cast. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control 2 or more other legendary creatures, you may transform this card. And the back of it is a legendary artifact. It has the same line of text as the first. Your first legendary creature costs 2 less, as well as legendary creatures you control get +2/+2. So it is a cost reducer, but it is at 3 mana, and it's only for legendary creatures, which it is nice in the deck. It's just something to keep an eye on, something to try out. New tools we're always getting for
Yeah.
Sisay.
It's a toolbox deck.
Hey, Ryder, I was going to tag on to what Guy was saying about Go-Go. This is a different Go-Go. This is the red one. Have you seen the red one?
No, I honestly, maybe I have.
Tell tell me if this one sounds good for Magda. And I've seen this pop up in Magda lists. Is Go-Go Mysterious Mime. He is a three in a red. At the beginning of your combat, on your turn, you may have Go-Go become a copy of any of another creature under your control this or until the end of turn. Except it is Go-Go Mysterious Mime. If you do, Go-Go and that creature each get +2/+0, gain haste until end of turn, and attack this turn if able. And it
What's
is
the
a 2/2.
CMC of it? What's the
It
CMC?
is a three. It is a three in a red.
So 4.
Oh, that's why. That's why.
Yeah.
No. Too
Sadly,
expensive.
no. It's way too
You
expensive.
don't think
Too
you can
expensive.
reduce the cost of that to get that on the board and have two Magda triggers at the same
At
time?
It'd be really
100%
cool, but
possible.
it's just too expensive. And you don't want to cut anything for that. Like that costs like four to be honest. Like for something
Okay.
that costs four.
Because you got to think, once you
I've
have your
just been
four
seeing
drops,
it show up.
your your
Actually,
four
one of
drop
the
stop
winning
is like
Magda
what
lists.
Masquid Nexus, Roaming Throne, the stuff that wins you the game.
I don't even play Mask with Nexus in mine anymore. I took that out just to go straight dwarves.
Actually, the
But I
Magda
also
list.
don't. I never played the golem either.
Actually, a Magda list that just won. What is this? It just won a major turn, or it placed really high at one of these tournaments. Let me see here, Magda. Yeah, it went in. It was a 65 person tournament. It took second place, and he is running actually the go.
Interesting. I might have to check it out. Like I said, I'm probably wrong with this, but the only cards that I know that
Oh,
are
this might
like
be the
are for
wrong
sure
list.
Magna cards is the new Tezzeret.
The new Tezzeret, yeah, the new Tezzeret
The new Tez
looks
is going to be
fun.
really good in Magda, and then Knuckles is going to be good in Magda.
Oh, yes. Speaking of that, and that's a nice segue into the next kind of topic here, is the secret layer that we just got randomly is Sonic the Hedgehog. There's two secret layers that are just a bunch of
Three.
reprints, and I know. And there's three of them in total, but there's
Yeah. Oh
two
yeah.
of
Yeah.
those that are just reskins of other cards. There's nothing printed, no mechanically unique cards in the first two, and then there's one that just has every character, every well-known character from Sonic the Hedgehog. There's Sonic, Shadow, uh, the pink one. I can't remember the dang the
So
pink
there's it's Amy Rose, Doctor
Amy. There you go,
Eggman,
Amy
Knuckles, Tail, Shadow, Sonic.
and
And
Eggman.
Dr. Eggman.
Yeah. The Doctor Eggman, yeah,
I
and
would have died if they would have put Jim Carrey on a card.
right. I would
That
have
would have been
fucking loved it.
fantastic. Um,
So
but
the
anyway, do you
only
want to tell
notable
us about
character that they're
Shadow?
missing. Yeah, go ahead.
I said, do
He was
you,
passing it off to you.
you,
Yeah,
you,
so
Ryder?
I'm actually excited. Shadow's really cool. It's two black, two red, 4 mana CMC total or mana value. It's a 4/2 with haste. When Shadow or another creature you control with haste or flash dies, you draw a card. And then it has an ability. Each spell you cast has split second if mana from an artifact was spent to cast it. Disgusting. That card is nuts. Split second is one of the most broken abilities in Magic,
I mean,
and giving it to everything is going to be fun.
well, I don't know about giving it everything, but giving it to the most dangerous thing that turn of, oh, here's your. I mean, I don't see if it being in four.
Does Shadow say mana from an artifact or if an artifact was used to cast it?
If
Uh, if mana from an
Oh, okay,
artifact,
cool. So it didn't break Bolus's Citadel.
no,
that
no, it's not. Could
that
have, but
would.
no.
That would have made the card actually playable.
It makes treasures insane. Your soul rings insane. You float the one
My
mana.
Kalane deck.
No, you can use it to cast your stupid your ad nauseum or whatever.
Yeah, and it has
Um,
split second, so you're getting that resolve. It's resolving.
You could play it in decks like Wrong Side. I know the Crit EDH guys are blasting that deck all over the place. Just slower version of Roxai.
yep. Or
Might
mid
be able
range.
to, excuse me, might be able to throw it in pretty much any mid-range Grixis base deck.
I don't know about
Yeah,
blue. I don't know if Blue Farm can do it because that double
I would
black,
do it.
double black, double red is rough in Blue Farm. I might try it, but the double black, the
I mean, you're
double pips
you're
is
playing
rough.
Smothering Tithe. I think you should play this card.
But again, it's another four drop. It's another four drop that because it's just another four drop that you got to put on find a slot for, and that's really difficult in Blue Farm right now. But like decks like I think Grixis and maybe just
There's two
Rakdos.
specifically.
Grixis and Rakdos, I think would hell. You know it would be really good. This is a deck like Corvold.
That's one of the ones I was thinking of. I was waiting to see
Corvo
if
will
you'd
be
get
this.
there.
This will be nuts in Corvo.
So it's Nuts and
Cor-
Corvold, and there's one other specific one that likes to make a lot of damn treasures. Dihada.
Malcolm and well, also the Malcolm
Jihad
Vial.
is really good too. Yeah.
Dihada
Dihada.
Oh
absolutely
yeah.
loves this card.
I think three color commanders will see Shadow um pop up more. Um Ryder, do
It'll
you
just
want to
be
tell us
lurking
about
in the shadows.
now that we talked about Shadow, what about the other one that you're excited about?
I'm excited for Knuckles. I played. I haven't played Magnet forever, but
Ryder, you're objectively wrong just because the card has a silent letter in it.
where it's Knuckles.
Hey,
It's Knuckles.
Knuckles?
not
Knuckles.
Knuckles.
So
He is an
Knuckles
echidna
the
warrior.
Chata, and he does note away. He
It is
is
a warrior. It is a Winota card. Not a Winota, shit. Najila card.
yeah, he's a
Najila card.
warrior.
It just says warrior. It's a Najila
Cheetah
card.
warrior. He's in Cheetah warrior, enchilada warrior, something like that.
A gelato warrior?
A
Enchilada
gelato
warrior.
warrior.
Enchilada. That's me.
Enchilada warrior.
That is my. That's me.
That
That's my spirit animal.
Welcome to Double Sleeved MTG, where we are illiterate.
and we're playing the hardest format in Magic the Gathering. Let's go.
One of them. Yeah. So it's 4 mana total, 2 and 2 red. Legendary creature, double strike, trample, haste. He is a 2/4. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 30 more artifacts, you win the game. This is a Magna card right here.
30 or more?
30 or more.
30 or more. You have to have 30 treasures on the board to win.
Not treasures, artifacts.
30 artifacts, excuse me.
Artifacts, yes. Just artifacts. Which is super easy to do in Magna.
Please tell me what artifacts you're shitting out that much that's not mainly treasures that you could just use to win with Magda any other way.
But yeah, Knuckles is really cool. I think it's definitely a Magna card. And I grew up on Sonic, so I'm actually really excited.
Sonic
I'm sad I
3.
have to work that day, so I'm hoping
Was it
that
Sonic
somebody-
2 that it was?
Seth buys the format he's paying back. Oh wait, there's another card I forgot about it. Super State.
Oh yeah, the Super Saiyan
The
Sonic.
Aura. Yeah, it's kind of cool too. It's when he goes all super.
It's the first legendary aura, right?
Yeah,
I thought I saw that somewhere that Super State is the first legendary aura.
It might be.
I think so. I know there's the Eldrazi one,
But that
I don't
doesn't
think
make
there's
lore
legendary.
like as far as lore because Sonic and Shadow can go Super State at the same time.
So can Vegeta and Goku, your point?
Why is it legendary?
Why is Super Saiyan legendary when there's 40 of them?
All right, we're calling it here now. The next 2 years, we're gonna get Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z. The
We're gonna get
meme
Dragon
will
Ball Z
come alive.
Series. And it's gonna take 30 years for it, to come out because of all the screaming.
No, it's just going to be continuous extra booster sets like Aftermath.
It's gonna have you know how they do the panoramas for cards. It's gonna be
All my land, it's just going to be Planet Namek and just a bunch of lands, and it's going to say
Yep. Yamcha's gonna be on the
Spirit
ground.
Bomb.
as
Spirit
a,
Bomb charges up through 5 games.
No, so what it's going to be is it's going to be like Pokemon mechanics. So it's going to be a flip card. It's going to be you cast Kid Goku. It's going to be like a fucking 2/1 with first strike, or sorry, 2/1 with double strike, just because it's got to bonk people real quick. Oh no, it's got to be a 2/3 because he's thick and Wazi likes printing 2 mana 2/3s. But it's got 4
Yeah, the hell with Bowmaster.
for 4 mana. You can suspend this card for 5 turns. And it comes back
The thing is,
on
you can say
transform.
this time on Dragon Ball Z.
For 4 mana, you can suspend this card for 5 turns, and it comes back transformed. And then it's just like SSJB Goku, and it is basically fucking Blightsteel Colossus. It's unblockable. It has Progenitus text.
It's Ultra Instinct Goku.
That's funny.
Nothing. It can't. It's indestructible. Nothing can hit it. It can't be targeted.
Anyways,
Yamcha's
It has
gonna have
split
a like
second.
Yamcha will have like if this card is targeted, it just dies.
Yamcha is for no. Yamcha is a reprint of Phantasmal image.
Yes,
No,
yes, yes, yes.
no, Yamcha
I'm not
is
gonna lie, I love it.
the Norn the terrified or whatever. That anytime you target it, you exile. Like he goes back to your hand.
Yeah, no, that's Krillin.
Oh, that's definitely Krillin. Yeah,
No,
100%.
Krillin hasn't
Krillin is
done
at least
anything.
competent.
No,
You
Krillin hasn't
actually
done a single relevant thing since original Dragon Ball when he was a kid.
he fought
But
on
he still
Namek a
beat
little bit.
Yamcha's
The
ass.
most relevant thing Krillin has done is fuck Android 18.
Let's go, man. Let's gotta give that guy some credit, man. Good job. Just
He did.
high
He didn't
five.
get knocked out. No, no, he did.
He went out and fucked a
They brought him
robot.
into a tournament of power because they couldn't get anyone else.
That's true.
It
Yeah,
was,
because
hey, we're
Boo.
inviting your wife, but we don't want you to feel inadequate.
No, that was Boo's fault.
We really want your wife, but you're a package deal.
Didn't he get like knocked out like within the first like little bit of?
Probably. Master
I
Roshi
think
lasted longer than Krillin in the tournament of power.
Yeah, Master
I think
Roshi was
Antian,
like,
I
"I'm
believe
dying.
too.
I'm red like all the death flags, and this is my final Kamehameha." But anyway, back on topic.
Oh yeah, we segued.
We got we went, but hey, if these podcasts are just us kind of just to talk about what we like
This is bullshit.
and and if you do enjoy listening to us, then great. We're sorry that we get off topic, but anyway, I'm not. He's not at all. No, there has been a lot of changes in cEDH, and I think we're getting ready to see some things happen here. With maybe like the Knuckles and Shadow, maybe they show up in it, and I think these Final Fantasy cards will continue to make an impact on this format. If there's anything that you'd like us to like to see on the channel, any decks that you like us to play, um, I've been brewing around Terra, trying to get Terra to work for me. Um, and I
I've
know,
been the green creature. What is it? Tifa?
yeah, weren't you doing a Tifa
I've been
list?
messing with that recently, and it's a lot of fun. It just kills one person out of like nowhere, and I
So you
just
slice or somebody?
Also, I
no,
think
it's
Vivi's probably the most relevant card out of the Final Fantasy set, and not even as a commander, just in the
it's just the
99 of a
99.
bunch of
Yeah,
decks.
I
it's a really good card.
speak to one of our videos. I Vivi killed somebody and it wasn't even in my deck. I killed somebody with Vivi just by copying it and then casting a Soul Ring and killed someone.
Yeah, I won by Gilded Draking Riders VV in Rogthras. I've seen plenty of
Yeah.
people clone it. I've seen Route decks use VV in the 99. I think it's a good 99 card.
Oh,
But I do think a lot of people may be playing it wrong. I think the initial thought on VV was people were playing it like Rao when it should be played like Niv Mizzet.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
completely agree with that.
I think Vivi, while it is a strong commander in the as the general or the main commander, I think it still works really well when it's the second the hidden commander or in the 99 like say blue farm. um it's a
Win
really
con.
powerful card when you can just say you've just let it accumulate all this mana over how many ever turns, and you just tap it. I'm gonna make three blue, three green, or excuse me, three blue and three red, and go off.
Yeah,
I
I've been
think
uh
kind
it's
of
a
messing
good
around
breach
with it.
card.
Yeah, huh?
I think it's really good with breach.
Yeah, I've been
oh
messing around with it a little bit in Rogthras, so a little more of a VV focused, while also feeling Cradle a bit because VV and Song of Creation goes fucking nuts.
yeah. But anyway, do y'all have anything else? We'll kind of wrap this up.
Come join the Discord, get some games with us. We have people coming in all the time, wanting
Yep.
to play, and there's constantly people in there jamming games out. If you want to play on a spell table with us or anyone in our community is amazing.
Yeah,
Very
Yep.
supportive people.
near every day there are people in there trying to jam games at all hours of the day, as well as our Discord, as well as many other channels. Discords are just a giant hub to get up with other creators, get into other channels. We got access to pretty much everything in the community in there. If you need a link, somebody in our Discord can probably help you out with that, whether it be any of us or any of our frequent members that are very active in there. Shout out to all of you. Um, as well as follow us on all of our social medias. Discord's easiest to hit us up, obviously, but you get up to date on when we're out at tournaments and some stuff that's going on through there, as well as, whenever we're, giving shout outs to future events we plan on attending. Speaking of which, they will be listed down in the deck in the description below as they are every video.
Yep.
We will not be attending the pool priority event. However, do still go check them out there in Columbia, Tennessee on July 12th. Once again, that is for a Judge Promo Gaius Cradle and 3 Volcanic Islands. It is a gold event. It is part of the Land Go Summer Series as well. And it's only a $50 entry to go out there and just, smack a couple people around and get you a foil Gaius Cradle. It's going to be that easy, I promise.
Super easy.
God, I wish it was that damn easy.
As well as we got the Steel City 20K coming up. See everyone out there. We're super excited about that one.
I'm so excited for that event.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that one. I'm all right. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.